Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 7th, and we are in Rome getting started on all of our touristy things. We had breakfast at the hotel, and now we are headed to go see the Colosseum. And it's like 51 degrees, but I'm also kind of hot. So I don't foresee keeping this jacket on very long, but we're walking to our first destination, and then for lunch, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we have a cooking class for dinner, and I think we might be like lunch and dinner. Meanwhile, enjoy the streets of Rome.
Resistance of volcanic rock. All ancient Roman streets were made of it. The first street of Rome was the absolute power of Rome. Everything in Rome was decided inside the coffins dedicated to the emperor, the statues to the emperors. Incredibly decorated was the archway and the cabinets. This vision was of the father. Titus was the son who opened for the first time the pilgrimage to the people, and Domitian was the second son who completed
Hello. We went and saw the Colosseum. As I was saying, as we were walking too, we got to see some of that. We got to go see the Forum, which is like the little town square. It's not little though. It's rather large. It's a town square of Rome throughout different versions of, like, there's the ancient version of Rome, there's the Renaissance version of Rome. The Forum has the Senate, the courthouse, has a palace, the Colosseum is right there, which then we got to go see the actual Colosseum, and we got to do the underground tour and see the tunnel in which the gladiators would come in through, and the elevators that they would bring in the animals, gladiators, to bring them up to the top floor if they weren't walking in through the tunnel. And it was really neat to see it all. And right now we are back at the hotel, just ordered some food and just resting before we go do our cooking class for this evening, which I don't know that I'm gonna get to film much of, so that's gonna be, Darius is really super excited about this. I am too, but I think he's more excited about it as one of the items on our trip. Of that, we're going to get to enjoy some wine. We're gonna make pasta, get to eat the pasta. There will be, I'm assuming, some like chicken thrown in there that we might not be making, but then at the end we're also going to be making some tiramisu that we get to have for dessert. It's going to be really neat to just do some authentic Italian cooking here and get to have a really good feel of it and then eat it ourselves, what we ended up making. So if I can film that, I will put it in here. Fingers crossed that I can. If not, I will see you after when we're back here. Our food just got here. I say our food, this is mine. I got this Caesar salad, which looks amazing. And it has an egg dressing. It's definitely different than what we're used to in the US, but I'm excited to try it out. And then French fries, and they don't have a Dr. Pepper or Coke, but they do have a Pepsi. But I have it over here. So I do have the holy trinity of Caesar salad, French fries, and as close as I can get to a Coca-Cola. But I think I need is it a twist? I need an actual thing. There's gotta be one in my jiggy. Any hoozles, it's gonna be tasty. Very much looking forward to it. And I don't really drink soda, so figured why not have one while in Rome. How rude. He took the first sip. Honestly, it tastes a little flat. And it tastes different too. But I'm sure that it's made with different things.
No. In fact, if this class had more people, they will actually bring me additional induction stoves to work with. In this case, since it's a very small class, we're working with the simple pre-included kitchen stove. If this was say a 10 people class.
This is so cool.
This is egg pasta as well, which is one of the best types to use for this type of cuisine. Elsewhere, I'm not too sure, but yes, normally we are not super like with this bacon. There are all of the bacon, all of the guanciale that's left at the bottom, and I'm going to add it. Now the residual heat from the guanciale and the pasta will help. Rope is coming. Will help the egg, quote unquote, caramelize alongside the guanciale, which should give the intended enhanced sort of eggy flavor that comes with the carbonara.
We just got done with our cooking class. It's pretty darn good. How would you rate it out of 5 stars?
5 stars.
5 stars. You heard it first. I would also go with 5 stars. Our teacher was great, and it was a new facility, but they're still working on some things there. Overall, it was really awesome. We learned how to make new food that you might end up seeing here on my channel. Pasta's been one of the things I wanted to make, and I don't know that I'll use the recipe that we used on this because I already had one lined up. But pasta and tiramisu is what we made for dessert, which please hold for the moped. But tiramisu is pretty straightforward and might be just in the same pasta video. That seems very Italian, and they should go together. We went to go see the Vatican, and it was super busy. The Pope was out there, so that was cool. And I feel like my camera's really dirty, so hold on. That's better. And we're waiting to go into the Vatican museums, but we have about 15 minutes before we can go, so we just found a little shady spot where everyone else is hanging out to wait. And I didn't film any of us actually being inside where you could see the front of the Vatican, but again, since this is our honeymoon, I'm trying to not film every single bit and just be in the moment. But I am gonna get some of the insides of the tours, I think, if that's allowed, of the museum, but no promises, as I don't know if I can do that or not. So we'll see. So whether I can or cannot film inside of the museum, there's going to be a recap. And I'm sorry if it's really loud, and I'll see if I can quiet down some of the background noise, but there's a lot of people, as to be expected, also waiting for their tours. currently at St. Peter's Basilica, and we just went up into the dome here. And getting up there was not my favorite. At one point, I didn't panic, but I started to realize that the only way out is through, and spiral staircases are not really my thing when they're like small and you're just going and going and going. But it was really neat, and when we went through the actual basilica, I didn't really take any videos because I realized yesterday doing the Vatican tour in the museum when we could take pictures and videos, I just didn't really do it in that I'm trying to very much be in the moment. And once you get into the Sistine Chapel, you're not supposed to take pictures or videos, but it's been super beautiful. I mean, look at these. And again, it's just me yapping, but we finally have some downtime. Our nights have kind of devolved into we go to dinner and then we just relax. And that has been the most lovely thing because we've been go, doing so many things, activities, walking a lot. And I have enjoyed having some just Darius and I relaxing time to just veg out and eat all the chocolates that we've been getting. But Darius just got back here and I think we're gonna head on our way. It's a really good impression of
A seagull?
a seagull. Seagulls are way bigger than I thought they were gonna be. Look at that guy.
As big as our chicken.
He is as big as our chickens. Despite the graffiti and whatnot, it was absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad we got to go see it. We've had really great luck with lines because we scheduled everything ahead of time, but we did have to wait in lines. But when we got done with things and we come back down, for example, from the dome, there wasn't a line for the dome when we went up, except for the lift. But there was a line almost wrapping around half of the inside of the basilica, which is wild. And they're probably going to be there for a while because people take their time, as they should, up at the top to really take everything in. And it's been a really neat experience thus far. Good morning. It is April 10th, and yesterday was our last day in Rome. So, I mean, we're still in Rome, but we are going to be headed up to Florence today. And sorry, my hair is like, I don't know why I'm apologizing. I'm not apologizing. My hair is a bit frizzy today. But I have not been doing very well at doing like my little talking recaps just here in the hotel room after the day is done, because we're not going to bed until like 10 or 11 o'clock. But we're not getting up early in the morning like we normally would. But a lot of times, if you didn't know this, in Italy, the regular dinner time, the earliest you can go is usually like 7 p.m. And a lot of the reservations that are available are for 8 or 8:30. So we've been having dinner late, and the dinners take around an hour to 2 hours because we're enjoying them. You're having appetizers, your first like pasta course, second courses, and then a dessert. So, which we have really been enjoying, and it's been nice to sleep in the mornings, but I am going to try much harder in Florence and Venice to do the little check-ins in the evenings and in the mornings. Since we're doing so much during the day, it's difficult, but I feel like I've been doing better with the activities. But then again, just trying to take it in because I don't know that I'm going to be able to come back to Italy. Fingers crossed that I can. I think we might do different things. We probably won't do the same cities. But it has been fun getting to document this because I think I'm going to enjoy looking back at it and not just having photos, having videos. But any hoozles, we are going to be on our way to Florence, which everyone has said is their favorite. I'm excited. That's where a lot of people have told me that they get most of their souvenirs, and I think that that's where I'm going to get most of my souvenirs as well. So I hope that you join me for Florence and that you have joined me for both Naples or Napoli and then for Rome as well. It's been fun. and I will see you in Florence.